Hello and good morning, fellow health conscious YouTubers. My name's Toby, otherwise known as Big Slick Melter, and this is my 51st video log documenting my transformation from average Joe into lean, muscular and generally awesome badass. The time is approximately 7:40 AM on, what's the day today? Monday the 18th of January 2013. I weighed myself this morning and my average weight for the last 7 days was 184.87. Now that is due mainly to a very high weigh-in this morning. I have to excuse me, I'm carrying a very, very heavy bag today, so it's slowing me down a little bit and making me a bit out of puff. That's due to a very, very high weigh-in this morning of 187 pounds or 85 kilos on the nose. This, I believe, was caused by yesterday's eating habits. I got my food in very, very late. Didn't start eating until almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My video yesterday dragged on a little bit, and yeah, I just didn't get my shit together yesterday morning, so I ate quite late. Excuse me. Oh god, that was good. Yeah, so I ate quite late yesterday, and then I had my mid-afternoon meal and my evening meal quite late as well. And plus also I've changed my food around a little bit. I've dropped the protein and the fat slightly, increased the carbohydrates, so my guts aren't completely used to the food that I'm eating at the moment. And this has manifested itself in a rather poor dump this morning. You know, like sometimes if you have a really, really, really bad shit and you don't get everything out, you just feel like absolute dog shit all day. Well, that's pretty much how I feel now. Yeah, woke up this morning as if someone had just grabbed hold of me and shaken me and said, get up, get up, get up. You know, just like really groggy. The dump was very, very underwhelming, and there was a high weigh-in. So yeah, mental kind of mood, not the best today. But yeah, we just got to carry on and just get on with it. So yeah. So that aside, if I think about it logically, I'm not really worried about the high weigh-in. Any high weigh-ins will drop off the radar in the next few days anyway. It's not really a problem. And I've been having my dumps in the afternoon lately as well, so they're quite satisfying, so that's all good. Okay, that bit out of the way. Next thing I'll talk about is one thing I've noticed in the last day or so in the shower. I've noticed I haven't really been getting any leaner. I've noticed that my fat loss seems to have stalled. Okay, now as far as my calories are concerned, I'm still pretty sure that I'm averaging about at least 300 calories below maintenance, maybe even 400 calories. So yeah, you might ask yourselves, how can you eat less calories than you need yet not lose any weight or any fat? The answer is leptin. I think the answer is leptin anyway. I'm mulling over in my mind a little bit. I started like doubting myself and thinking, oh, maybe I'm eating too much food and all this. But you can't go from losing over £1 a week for like at least probably 2 weeks, maybe even longer than that. Increase your calories by a couple of hundred and then just stop losing weight. That ain't gonna happen. So I'm 95% sure that that the culprit is leptin or lack of leptin. What is leptin? Well, leptin is the body's starvation hormone. Basically, it's produced by it's a hormone that, for survival purposes, helps regulate our appetite. Okay, it's produced by our fat cells, and basically what it does, it interacts with your pituitary gland, I believe, and basically regulates your appetite and regulates your metabolism. And what you find is that people who have got more body fat produce more leptin, and it curbs their appetite. Although what you also find is people that are morbidly obese, for some reason that doesn't work, and what happens is they become leptin resistant because they just keep on eating, and then the receptors in their body for leptin just stop working, and then they just balloon like as if they've been eating cushions. So that's another story anyway. So basically what happens is, as people get a bit leaner, there's less fat on them, and there's less fat to produce the leptin, which is the hormone that obviously tells your body that you're not starving. And then what happens is your metabolism starts to slow down. Now, I remember from the last time I cut, I was doing carb cycling, but my diet wasn't quite so on the ball and wasn't quite so perfect. My proteins, fats, carbs weren't quite there. So what I found is that I had to actually, on my high days, eat above maintenance, and on my low days, eat quite far below maintenance. But this time around, because the food I'm eating is better, I find that I can maintain my strength on lower calories, on more of a deficit, which in theory is a good thing. However, what I found last time, I probably got to about, I think I got below 10% body fat before I needed my first refeed, because I was always producing leptin. I was always going above maintenance regularly, like 2 or 3 times a week, spilling over into body fat and releasing the leptin hormone to keep my metabolism high. But this time around, even my high days are below maintenance. So I think what's happened is that I'm going to need a refeed a lot sooner. Obviously, if this stuff, you know, if it's confusing to you guys, if you want to know more, please comment in the section, ask questions. I'll try and explain further. But the short version is, I'm pretty sure I need a refeed. What I need to do, I need to bring my calories up quite high above maintenance for maybe a couple of days, and let my body release the leptin, and then reset the metabolism. One thing you might have found in the past, if you've ever dieted down, you've ever cut, did you ever find that if you have a cheat meal, you actually look leaner the next day? Well, this is generally due to leptin. It responds much better to carbohydrates than anything else. So if you do have a refeed or a cheat meal, try and keep it in the carb category, because obviously carb is also great for increasing strength in the gym as well. If you have loads of fucking carbs, the next day you can just lift so much more weight. So yeah, so moving forward, I'm probably going to take a look at leptin, take a look at a refeed, and then perhaps not take my eye off the ball and schedule them in every 2 weeks. I think from now on, I feel a bit annoyed with myself in a way, because I feel that I've probably wasted a week or two of this cut. I haven't really lost any fat, if I'm really honest myself. I mean, it might have come from other places, but when you're in the shower and you're washing yourself, you know if you're getting leaner, you know if your skin feels tighter or not. So yeah, so I need to sort that out, so that's all good. So even though the day started pretty shit, just mulling it over in your mind and figuring things out can actually help. So yeah, we'll leave that there. This morning is back and traps workout, which I will probably go into tomorrow, after I've done it, and see how we go. I'm not really sure how hard I'm going to go this morning. I might go full force. I'll see how I feel when I get into the gym, and then tomorrow I'm going to talk about what I wasn't talking about today, and that's adaptations to my diet moving forward, ways that I can increase my fat burning potential. I've got about a dozen different things that I can introduce over the course of the next few weeks or few months. I'll talk about that tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Ended the video a lot happier than when I started, which is quite good. Well, the benefit of these vlogs is that sometimes when you're going over things in your mind and you vocalise them and say them out loud, you kind of, I don't know, it just cheers you up. It's all good. And hopefully this video will help at least 16 or 20 people as well, or they might want to watch it. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, then obviously you're pretty hardcore, because most people drop off halfway through. So for you precious few guys that are still here, I will put a link to my subscribe page. I think it's over here or around there somewhere, and I will also put a link to something else that you guys might find interesting to watch, around there somewhere down the bottom. Okay guys, over and out pretty much. See you later, bye bye.